Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be dedicated to finishing books that I'm currently reading because I'm currently in the middle of 14 books and that's not okay. It's not okay. So I'm trying to physically read them and audiobook as much as I can to finish them because we need to finish them now. So let's see, in order from my Goodreads, it's first The World of Winnie the Pooh. So I do want to finish that. I am reading it because Winnie the Pooh is my favorite. So yeah, that's honestly a quick read. I just have to sit down and read it. And just be in love with it. Probably watch Winnie the Pooh in the background and stuff. Then I have All the Light We Cannot See, which is a historical fiction. Then we have The Unabridged Journals of Sylvia Plath. That one is going to be on my TBR for a really long time just because it is her journals. It's real life events of what happened to her, and she had depression. She committed suicide. So it's very hard hitting topics. So that one is something that I'm going to take my time with, and it's something that I usually pick up more when my mental health is very low because I feel like I can relate to her in some sort of aspect. So it's not a book that I constantly pick up, so that one will be on there for a while. It will not be making part of this video unless I read a little bit about it, read a little bit from it, and I tell you guys about it. Other than that, it will make an appearance in the video because it's not one that I'm going to take off my currently reading for a really long time. Then we have One Dark Window, which I have been reading. I started it November 12th, 2024, so it's about to be a year. Because it's currently November 2nd, and I have not finished it. I've only read up to chapter 4, I think, so I need to do it. Then we have Wings of Starlight, which is the book that they released in the Pixie Hollow universe of Queen Clarion and Mallory. I want to read it so bad, I just haven't sat down to read it, and it's so depressing. Which that one I could probably do while having the Tinkerbell movies in the background and Tinkerbell ambiance. Then I have Obsidian from the Lux series. I bought it because I wanted to read it, and I remember in booktube years ago when I was I think a sophomore or freshman in high school. I was probably 14, 15. That series was the ish. The covers was just not cute, but everybody loved them, and I really do want to read them. And you don't get a lot of alien books, I feel other than one of those niche romance books like Ice Planet Barbarians, but that's more how do you call this, smut. So I'm excited to read that one. Then we have Things We Never Got Over. I started that May 15, 2024. It's been a year and I have not finished it. I think I've only read the first 2 or 3 chapters. That's it. And the next one is Phantasma, which I did pick up today again, and that one I started April 2025, so not that long ago. I should have already finished it, but I haven't. I'm only on page 85. This is all I've read, so I do have to continue this, but I did read 2 chapters from it today, so I'm trying to finish this one soon. Then we have Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. I don't know why I haven't finished it. I usually read Lynn Painter books fairly quickly, but that one just hasn't fully drawn me in, or maybe I'm just not in the correct headspace. Then I have The Iliad by Homer, which I'm not gonna knock out in this video because I'll probably have a video dedicated just to the Iliad. And I am reading a book a day for TikTok, so the Iliad and the Odyssey each have 25 books in it, so I've been reading a book a day. And then we have House of Salt and Sorrows. I keep starting the audiobook and it always goes away on Libby, so I'm just waiting to get it again and hopefully binge it and finish it. And then we have The Man Made of Smoke, which is my current audiobook listening to, which honestly I started it September, so it wasn't that long ago. So yeah, that one I am 55% of the way through. I'm on page 168, chapter 19, so I am more than halfway done. I'm hoping to finish it this week because I think I just have, let's see, I have 3 hours and 57 minutes left, and I listened to it at 2 times speed, so 2 hours. So realistically, if I just listen to it on my way to work, it's a 30-minute thing. I could finish it in the next 4 days. So by Thursday I should be done with it. Hopefully I have more time to listen to it and just, you know, get it done. So hopefully I can finish that one soon. But yeah, those are the books that I'm currently in the middle of. But I did get Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. And I'm like, I really want to listen to it right now because it's the perfect time to listen to it. But I'm like, I should listen to my other books and just try to finish the ones that I'm in the middle of. But I really want to listen to Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. But it's fine. So yeah, those are the books that I'm currently in the middle of. Oh, I'm missing one more. My Dark Romeo. I think I'm on chapter 3. I think I've only read the first 2 chapters. And the other one is Immortal Dark. I started it for like a TikTok to see what book I was gonna read, if it was that one or Vicious. I ended up picking that one, but I think I only read the prologue in chapter 1 and 2. So I think that's all I've read. And yeah, that's where we're at. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So I'm gonna just try to finish books and tell you guys about it. The ones that I can really remember right now are like this one, because I'm currently in the middle of it, The Man Made of Smoke. So it's about this person, this guy. He is a therapist for criminals, so like murderers and stuff like that. And his dad used to be a cop. He gets a call that his dad committed suicide, so he has to go back to where he was raised, where he lived his childhood, until they find his dad. And then he sees that his dad was already a retired cop, but he was trying to solve a crime. So he's trying to solve the crime that his dad left unsolved, that's still not solved, that the police hasn't solved either. And he wants to know why his dad was so into it, and he's trying to get into that mindset of like what his dad was thinking. And he thinks he has like the upper hand because he knows, like, as a cop what they're thinking, as a therapist what could be like what the killer's thinking. And then he's spoken to a lot of killers, so he knows more about it. It's been pretty interesting. I wouldn't say it's like a great book, to be honest, at least not the 55% I've read, but it's a fun little 3-star book to read. Yeah. And then Phantasma, I am reading it. I'm on chapter 11. I do like it so far, but it does feel very much like Caraval. I know people say this is like Caraval with like smut, more adult. I hope it doesn't feel too much like Caraval, because so far it does. Like, I'm still having a good time, don't get me wrong, but it does like feel a lot like Caraval, if that makes sense. But we're gonna see how it goes. We're going to read now for a little bit and see what happens. I might try to find a playlist that's like reading Phantasma or something. That sounds good, because I know when I want to feel that experience that I felt when I was reading The Night Circus, and I found the perfect The Night Circus playlist on Spotify, and it was just iconic. So that's what I need. But like I said, I'm obviously not going to finish all these books in this vlog, this video, but I will try to see how much I can finish in like a month, let's say. So it's November 2nd. So by December 2nd, like, how much could we finish? How much did we finish? How much did we accomplish? Did we add more to the list? Did I start more books? Did we like finish, tick some off? You know? I think I want to try, hopefully, to finish this week at least these 2, like Phantasma and The Man Made of Smoke. But we'll see. We'll see what we accomplish. I also kind of feel like reading the Winnie the Pooh one, so I might get that one and I might play Winnie the Pooh in the background and just read that for a little bit. And then when I go to bed on my Kindle, I'll continue with Phantasma because it is on Kindle Unlimited. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a pretty good plan. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip when I've read some more and there's like an update or something. Okay, a little update on the finishing series I'm in the middle, finishing books I'm in the middle of, not series. We got a little bit further into Phantasma. I still have the same feelings about it. It's just been 3 more chapters. I do love the Phantom, I guess. But other than that, it's still giving Caraval vibes, and it's just nice. I am almost done with The Man Made of Smoke. This is all we're missing. We're almost done with it, so I know that by tomorrow I'll be done with it and we'll have a book ticked off our list. So I am excited to finish the book. Other than that, I do think it's gonna be a 3 stars. Honestly, I don't think much can happen to change it, and if it does, it'll probably bump it up to like 3.5 or 2.5 if it just gets worse. But I do like the way that the main character, he's a psychologist that works with like murderers, how he tries to think through their perspective. So I guess the only thing that would make like a 3.5 stars is that like if the dad was part of it or like something like that. I don't know. So we'll see. We've made some new discoveries, so I'm like, what's going on? Did they commit? Did they not commit? Like, what's happening? But yeah, we're gonna try to finish this by tomorrow. We're gonna finish it by tomorrow. That I know for sure. And then we're gonna try to get a little bit further into this one because it's a lot of pages, and I do want to try to finish it this week. I do have the time. It's just the motivation. You know what I mean? Okay, so we've made some progress with our books. So we finished yesterday, but I didn't have a chance to record yesterday. The Man Made of Smoke. I gave it 3 stars. I enjoyed it. We had some questions answered at the end, but then there were some more questions. It was a fun, enjoyable book. It was nothing crazy, nothing that I was like on the edge of my seat waiting for things to happen. So, like I said, I enjoyed myself, but it was nothing all that crazy. Would this be a thriller that I recommend? Maybe. But it's in no way one of my favorite thrillers. I would have been fine without reading it, but I am glad I read it. So there's that. So we finished this book, and then we have all of the books up here. Can we see them all? There we go. Plus this one and Phantasma that we're in the middle of. But anyway, I made some progress today on Obsidian. I am on chapter 8. So we are, according to Goodreads, or I guess to the audiobook, because I switched to the audiobook, we are 18% of the way through, according to Goodreads. And according to the audiobook, we're 21% of the way through. So we're about 20% through the book. It's just okay. It's still the beginning, so there's not much. I do want to continue the series just because the books are beautiful. Like the sprayed edges, this is just bland, but I do like them. And I do want to see more about like the alien stuff. Also, his name is written like this. I would say that's Damon. Why does the audiobook say demon? Because I put the audiobook on today when I got to work and I was setting stuff up. And she was like, demon. And I was like, was I reading it wrong? But like, it says Damon. It looks like Damon, not demon. Because the E's not first. But anyway, it's just kind of like okay right now. We're like in a part where like she like is obviously friends, not obviously, but she's friends with his sister. They're obviously aliens. She doesn't know it. But he's like so mean and rude, and he's like, I hate you. So I don't consider like enemies to lover, but they have like some banter. But I'm excited to continue it. Like I said, I'm only 75 pages in, so it's nothing crazy so far. I am enjoying myself, but I'm not like, oh my god, I want to pick up Obsidian. But I'm hoping to finish it this week. That's the goal. I'm probably going to listen to a little bit more of the audiobook now, because I have 7.5 hours left, so that's like 3 hours and 45 minutes. So yeah, I want to see if I can listen to like an hour more of it tomorrow before work, and see if I can listen to, maybe I can listen to at least 15 minutes now just doing some stuff in the computer room, planning some stuff, I guess, and then seeing where we go from there. But I need to pick up my pace because I do want to finish all these books like ASAP. Yeah. Because I should not be in the middle of these many books. The book that I really wanted to pick up this morning was Wings of Starlight. That's what I was feeling when I got in my car. But the audiobook just wasn't working. So what I lost like the 15-minute drive from home to work without audiobook because it just wasn't working. And then when I got to work, I just put on Obsidian and I was like, we'll just do that one. So I missed out on some audiobook listening to because of that. But that's okay because we got to listen to music. Because I hadn't been listening to music because I was like, I need to crank these audiobooks out. But the purpose of reading is to enjoy yourself. That's what I'm like reminding myself, not just to finish books. So yeah, that's the goal. I also did read a chapter and a half of the Winnie the Pooh book. Obviously, I'm enjoying it. It's Winnie the Pooh. Is it like a masterpiece to me right now as I'm older? No, but as a kid, I loved it and I love the movies and I love it. I feel like a psychopath, like just like oh my god, I need to read all these books. But yeah. So the goal is to finish this one this week. I really, really wanted to finish whatchamacallit, Phantasma this week. But I don't know if that's gonna happen because it's already Wednesday night and we're only 115 pages in out of 497. Yeah, we have like a little under 400 pages left, which is a doable, yes. But I have a wedding on Sunday. I have my nail appointment on Friday, which I could listen to an audiobook realistically while I'm getting it done. So that's something there. At least for an hour for like my manicure that I can be on TikTok. We could do that. And just try to get it done. But I do want to try to finish this one even before I get to my nail appointment. So that like at my nail appointment I can start a new one. Do you know what I mean? And I'm gonna see the audiobooks that I do have right now, just to see which one I could pick up. Middle of the Night by Riley Sager, but I don't want to pick it up because I'm in the middle of so many books. But I love Riley Sager books. Anyway, I digress. We cannot do that right now. So I have One Dark Window, the audiobook. So I was gonna listen to it also this morning. It was an option, but I didn't update where I was and I wasn't sure if I was in chapter 3 or 4. So I was like, whatever, we could leave that for another time. We also have Nothing Like the Movies, an audiobook. We have Wings of Starlight, an audiobook. And lastly, we have All the Light We Cannot See. Out of the audiobooks, the one that I'm least likely to pick up as an audiobook would be All the Light We Cannot See. This is more of like a last minute, like, let me read a little bit of it, an audiobook, just in case, just to get me more into it. But like, this feels like a book that I would want to physically read to really get all the emotions and feel it. Because sometimes audiobooks aren't my favorite unless it's like the Fourth Wing ones or the ACOTAR ones and stuff like that, because they're like, they have graphic audios, and the other audios that I like to listen to are like thrillers because they feel like I need my grandma to pick up the phone, more encapsulating, and you know, the ambiance is just better. But those are the audiobooks that we have. The rest of them, I'm still waiting for The House of Salt and Sorrows. That one will be audiobook because even the audiobook, I cannot get through it. But I want to try to get through it because it's supposed to be a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling. But anyway, I'm gonna end this because my grandpa just started talking with family and they're gonna be super loud. But once I have an update, I'll come back and talk to you guys. Okay guys, we've got a bit of an update. So since yesterday I've got Ham on my audiobooks. that's all I did during my break at work, when I got to work. Because when I get to work, I usually have like an hour and so to like play around. Not play around, you know what I mean? To do stuff. So while I was doing stuff in my classroom, I was listening to my audiobook during my break. I was literally grading with my audiobook, obviously when I'm not with the kids. So, yeah. But I went ham on the audiobook last night and I finished it this morning. But the problem is that this edition has bonus content. So I have to read 50 pages physically. I'm gonna try to finish them today. I know I can. I'm just super sleepy. So I'm hoping to finish this in an hour to just drink some Benadryls and go to sleep because my allergies are just not it. The story just gives pretty much 3 stars. I enjoyed it, but it's nothing crazy. And I'm still not over the fact that for me it's Damon, but they say demon and it really triggers me, but it's fine. It's fine. But it's nothing crazy. I do want to read the next one just to see kind of like what happens in the story, to see if it's any better, if it gets any better. I think it's called Onyx, so I think I'll pick it up. Not anytime soon right now, to be honest with you, but once I read those pages, we will be done, which is kind of exciting or whatever. And then once I got to work and I finished technically the audiobook, I couldn't read the bonus content through the audiobook. I picked up Nothing Like the Movies through audio, because I'm like, I want to finish it already. And I'm enjoying it. It's giving me, this one is a 3 stars. Obsidian is a 3 star. This one, Nothing Like the Movies, is giving me 4 stars. I do love me a Lynn Painter YA romance. I'm only missing to finish reading this one and then her new one, Fake Skating, and I would have read all of her YA romance. And I love them. Do I feel like the story needed a second book better than the movies? No, I feel like it ended perfectly and we didn't need a second book. And at first I was like, this is ruining it, but I'm kind of enjoying it. I love Wes and Liz's banter and it's really good. It's just, I guess, more emotional, more sad. So I guess a trigger warning is like parental death. So if you struggle with that or you don't want to read about that, obviously in the first one it talks about her mom passing away, but this one's, I feel like, a little bit more, not graphic, but I feel like it brings up more emotions about it. Not about her mom, but his dad. So do with it what you may. But so far is very much 4 stars for me, and I have 100 pages left, I think. 135 pages left. So to finish this one. So I'm hoping to finish Obsidian tonight, like physically reading it, and hopefully Nothing Like the Movies by the time I get out of work I already finished it. So that's my goal, to knock these 2 out of the park and just you know, have less books to read. That's the literal goal. So let's put this one here, and we're gonna try to finish them. I'm gonna try to finish them by tomorrow, so then I can pick up another book. We could listen to the audiobook of Wings of Starlight next, or One Dark Window. The possibilities are endless, but I do have them all here. So once I read these 2, these are the only ones that I have left to read. The Iliad is not one I'm going to speed through, so that one's not like a issue, like one that I'm like, I need to get through right now. But it is a book that I'm in the middle of, so, and I do want to finish it before the year ends. But yes, I don't want to start any new books until I read all of these, except for maybe the Iliad, because I'm going to try to read a book a day once I have more time, because I haven't had time. But yeah, so that's our goal. So after that we have, oh, this doesn't belong here. I don't know why my mom put that there. Hamilton does not belong here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books once we read these 2, which is very doable. I could finish these 10 books by the end of the year. Hopefully by the end of November I could have finished at least 5 of these other 10, and then I would only have 5 to read in December, and hopefully I could read more than that. But realistically, I'm gonna finish these 2 audiobooks the audiobook and this book by tomorrow. I'll probably start Wings of Starlight, and realistically I can finish that in like maybe a day or two if I really get into it. Hopefully by Monday I'm already done with Wings of Starlight. Just saying, just putting it out there. Yeah, so hopefully on Monday I'm done with Wings of Starlight, and then we can start One Dark Window. And then we'll just have 8 books. I'm gonna see if maybe I find Immortal Dark as an audiobook. I couldn't find My Dark Romeo or Things We Never Got Over. So I'm gonna see if my boyfriend finds it somewhere. If not, then I guess those will be physical reads. Phantasma, I do want to do physically. And All the Light We Cannot See, I want to try to do it physically, but if not, we can audiobook it. It'll just be like, because sometimes I can listen to it, like right now, nothing like the movies and Obsidian, I started listening to it at 2.5 speed because I can still perfectly understand it and catch the whole plot. Like, I'm listening to it at 2.55 speed, and I'm still like, in nothing like the movies, like, I love it. What? So, like, if I can still catch the plot and the vibes, like, I could listen to it faster. But All the Light We Cannot See would have to be like a 2. Maybe 1.75, depends how we pick it up. But Wings of Starlight, I know I could do 2.5 also. I feel like House of Salt and Sorrows, that one too. One Dark Window, I'll probably bring it back to 2 because that one's more like a high fantasy. Not high fantasy, but more like fantasy inspired, and I don't really know anything about the world. Like Wings of Starlight, I know a lot about Pixie Hollow. I read all of the Pixie Hollow little books and all that stuff. I love them. And I love all the movies, so I could do that. But yeah, we're getting ish done. We're getting it done. So now I'm probably gonna put something in the background and try to read Obsidian. See if I can finish it, and then we'll shower and go to bed and see if maybe we can listen to a little bit more of Nothing Like the Movies, just to see if we can knock it out of the park by tomorrow. I'm excited, I'm hopeful, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And I'll keep you guys updated if I do finish it before going to bed, because if I finish it when I'm in bed, it's no. But if I do finish it before going to bed, I will speak to you guys about it. Okay, so I finished Obsidian. I finished reading the 50 pages. It's just a 3 stars to me. Like I said, I'm interested in reading the next one. I took off the dust jacket, but I'm interested in reading the next book just because it's like an alien YA romance, and you don't really see a lot of like alien stuff, at least I haven't. So I want to continue. But yes, we're giving this one 3 stars, and hopefully tomorrow I can check in with you guys and tell you that I finished Nothing Like the Movies and that I started another book. So we're gonna see how much we could finish by Sunday, and then that'll be the end of this video. Yeah, so my goal is to finish Nothing Like the Movies and probably Wings of Starlight by Sunday. That's the goal. Also, look at this Taylor Swift bookmark. It says, "You're beautiful, every little piece, love." Anyway, so 3 stars. Nothing crazy, but I enjoyed myself. Guys, we're doing some progress. I did finish Nothing Like the Movies yesterday. I just didn't have time to record yesterday. Yesterday was like go. I gave it 4 stars. Do I necessarily think we needed a second part for Better Than the Movies? No. It was great as a standalone. It was not needed. Nothing was left open-ended in the first book to like need a second one. Did I have fun reading the second one? Yes. But would it have been totally perfect without this one? Yes. But I don't feel like it ruined what the first one did, if that makes sense. So I gave it 4 stars because I did enjoy myself. I really like Lynn Painter's like YA books, so I knew that was going to be a good one. And then I started Wings of Starlight. We're only on page 50, so not very much into it. But I'm not in any reading mood today, and today is Saturday, so it should be the day that I'm able to get the most reading, just because tomorrow I have a wedding, so I really won't get much reading done tomorrow. But I'm not in the mood to read. I'm trying to see if I can make myself get into the mood of like coloring so that I can color and listen to my audiobook. But I also don't want to listen to the audiobook. I want to watch like YouTube videos and stuff like that. So I'm just like, what do I do? So yeah. I would love to be able to get to at least page 100. If I get to page 104, I'm in chapter 8. So I would love to get to at least chapter 8 so that I could be almost a fourth of the way into the book. But I'm not feeling it. So we're gonna see what happens. I have not made any progress on any other book. So I still have Winnie the Pooh, All the Light We Cannot See, One Dark Window, Things We Never Got Over, Phantasma, The Iliad, House of Salt and Sorrows, My Dark Romeo, Immortal Dark, and Wings of a Starlight on my list. So we're gonna see what we do. And I'll let you guys know, but I did finish that book. I did finish Nothing Like the Movies. So we've finished 3 books in this video so far. Tomorrow will be the last day I read for this vlog. We'll start another one. But at least we've finished 3 books. So not too bad. Not too shabby. I genuinely don't think I'll be able to finish Wings of Starlight by tomorrow. Just because I'm not in the mood. But technically in the audiobook I have, let's see how much time I have left. I think it's like 10 hours and 6 minutes at 2 times speed. That's like 5 hours. So I could technically finish those 5 hours, but I'm not sure I want to. But maybe I'll try to color for like an hour or so and try to listen for that hour. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna try to like get into it, but I don't know. But we do have Wings of Starlight as the audiobook that we're currently on. I wanted to finish it by tomorrow, but we'll see. Maybe getting ready tomorrow and stuff like that. Doing my hair. We can kind of do it, but we'll see. We'll genuinely we'll see. Okay guys, so I have not read, but I did some shopping, so I'm gonna show you what the shopping I did. So I went to Barnes & Noble. My friend and I got the Elphaba and Glinda bookmark set. She kept Glinda. I have Elphaba. We honestly liked both, so we just like flipped a coin to see who would end up with what. And she ended up with Glinda. It says the good witch or the best witch or something like that. And then Elphaba says defying gravity. And it has her little hat with the little tassel. They're leather bookmarks and I love it. So I have the Elphaba one. And then I got my boyfriend these 2 books because he's into Epic the Musical. So now he wants to read the Odyssey, but I told him he has to read the Iliad first. I'm like, okay. So I got him both because he really likes these editions. And I'm like, okay, now you gotta read the Iliad because I'm reading it, and then we'll read it together, and then we'll read the Odyssey together. So there's that. And then when my sister-in-law and my brother and my nieces and nephew went to Scotland, she found these books and she bought a couple of them for the girls, for my nieces at Waterstones, I think that's what it's called. So I've been wanting to get some because I'm like, they're so beautiful and I would love them for my collection, and just like eventually when I have kids they could see it too. Not anytime soon though. But just for myself too, because I love Disney. I'm a Disney adult. I basically have all of my bags and my ears are over there. So I'm a Disney adult. I have the annual pass, so I love Disney. So I decided to get one of them because they're exactly those, and it's gorgeous. This side, look how cute. And it includes like one of those like posters, which I'm never gonna use. It's just gonna stay in there, but you could rip it out and use it. And then it has like the story of the Little Mermaid, and obviously like pictures and stuff like that, but it also has like the sketches of like when they did the movie. So I think it's so nice. I was gonna get, the other day I saw the Beauty and the Beast one, I was gonna get it, but the top was like all dented and bent, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I got them. They're only $12.99, so as I see them I will be picking them up and just having them to add to my collection. But yeah, I'm very excited that I got this book. And it's only 77 pages, honestly. Oh, and most of these are like describing the people. So it's technically 69 pages. No, 71 pages. So I'm excited. So I got that. I thought it would be a little fun thing to add to the vlog. Let me put this in here. That's so heavy. And then I went to Anthropologie and I bought, because I wanted a hand cream for my purse, I bought the L'Occitane, this one, because the fragrance isn't too strong and I have eczema, so I literally need to put it on, and my hands do feel softer from my eczema, so I got that. And then I went to Sephora. I literally only went for one thing. I literally went to Sephora just for this, for the Rhode Peptide lip treatment that I wanted to try. So I went for that, but that's not all I got. I also got this holiday lip kit, which only 4 of the things are supposed to be full size, but the rest of them look full size too. So it does bring like the pouch, which it's full size. It's a full size pouch. But what's supposed to be full size is this Kosas lip oil, which honestly it's great, and the colors are very neutral, which like work with every skin tone. So this is the color of the lip oil. And then the other thing that's a full size is this Huda Beauty lip filler. So I'm assuming it plumps your lips, which is, like I said, it's another very basic color that basically works with like every skin tone. It'll look good. And then the other full size is this Say lip liner, and I love Say. All like my new makeup is from Say, and that's literally all I've been using. I haven't touched any of my other makeup. And it's a lip liner, which is like a basic color that goes with all of these lippies. Like I feel like these are pretty close, but I feel like this one's a little bit more pinky. And then the other thing that's a full size is this Dr. Jart lip mask. So yeah, the rest of the stuff in here is not full size, but it's giving full size. Like this Dr. Dennis Gross Plump and Repair lip treatment looks like full size. It looks pretty full size to me. So I don't know what the full size looks like, but this looks pretty full size to me. This Lancome Juicy Tubes Original also feels like a full size like lippy that you would have. And then this one is the Fenty Beauty, which is still a really good size. Like I feel like this will last a really long time. And is this a plumping one? It's just a glass bomb lip illuminizer. So like I said, these all pretty much go well together. They're similar in tonality, but not exactly the same. And then this is a very small Tarte Maracuja lip, and it's in the shade Honeysuckle. I think I have Honeysuckle, but honestly it's not obviously a full size. This is tiny, but it brings a lot of product for being a small little lippy. But it's so cute. I love it. But I do think I have the full size of Honeysuckle, but this is nice to have like in your bag. And then we have this Clarins water lip stain, so it's like a little lip stain. The color is not my favorite, but obviously it's not a full size, but it's a stain, and stains last forever. At least I feel like they do. So I think this is perfect. The only thing that's like very, very tiny, and I feel like it's not a lot, is this YSL lip gloss. But either way, it's a fun little gloss to have. But everything else, I feel like it's really good for the $52. It's way more than literally it retails. Like it would have been $148, because I know a lot of these are really good sized. So I'm happy I got it, and I'm just excited to use them. I have a wedding tomorrow, so I'll probably try maybe the lip liner with a little lip balm. Yeah. So yeah, so that's what I got, and I'm excited I got it. I'm excited for everything. Okay guys, we're going to close off this vlog because I was doing it for a week. We were able to finish 3 books out of our out of what we're in the middle of right now. So we finished, the first one we finished was The Man Made of Smoke by Alex North. I gave it 3 stars. It was a fun, enjoyable like thriller, but it wasn't anything crazy. And at points there was like some things that you can kind of guess, so it was fun. I'm glad I read it. Would I have been fine without reading it? Yeah. Do I feel like everyone should read this book? No, but if you want to, go ahead. I've explained throughout the video what it's about, so if it sounds like something you want to, then yeah. Then I read Jennifer L. Armentrout's book Obsidian. I do want to continue the series, just because I've heard great things about it. I enjoyed myself. It was 3 stars. It is about an alien, so I started watching Smallville because he's an alien. So it got me to do that. So like I said, it was just like a fun little 3 stars, nothing crazy. This does have bonus content. I didn't care for the bonus content in here. I think it would have been fine without it. But I do want to pick up Onyx, which is the next one. And they're also such gorgeous books. So there's that. And then we have Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. I gave it 4 stars. Do I feel like Better Than the Movies needed a second book? No. Do I feel like it ruined Better Than the Movies? No. So do with that what you want. So if you want to read it or not. I have read all of her YA books except for the new one, Fake Skating. Jesus. But I have not allowed myself to read it because, how do you call this? To buy it and read it because I'm in the middle of so many books. So until I finish all of these books, I will not be buying any more books or reading. Not all of my books on my TBR because I have like 270 books on my TBR. So it'd be a long time before I bought a book. But at least until I finish all of the ones that I'm in the middle of right now. And then we only got a little bit of the way through Wings of Starlight. We made it to chapter 5, so like page 50. Not very far into it, but we made a little bit more of a dent, so it's something. But at least we did finish 3 books. And then the next video will be the rest. Not the rest of the books, but another week of reading. And that's it.